potential oxidative load.
Okay. Thank you. So it means something is still open. So let's see here.
What did you do?
I had also the diagnostics with silicon, which I didn't switch on. So we can measure here. Look, this is an opening. And then he goes closing. And we can measure the...
So to measure control conflict.
6.3. And if we measure, for example, here, the maximum, like from here, yes, 9.3 millimeters from the midline. So like in classic gnathology, in order to ease the understanding of trajectories, we have four major characteristics: quantity, quality, separation of the starting and end point, separation between what is called incursive and excursive movements, and characteristic and special finding. So I guess that's a very good approach to start analyzing the condyles. So what it means, quantity is a more range of motion that we see. We don't need to see it maybe in millimeters, but we can see it that right and left condyle have different quantity. Quality, it means what Eugene was telling. When you see the trembling, this is quality. So it could be free, like good quality, so it's smooth trajectories. Average, when you see something, and it could be the complete trembling, that's poor quality. Poor quality usually is either interferences or muscle problems. And then characteristics. Normal characteristic is concave. If it's convex, it's very big pathology, but it could be straight characteristics, which usually be after the remodeling after arthrosis, when it's flattening of the condyle, so it's very long-lasting process. Now it can be changed characteristics, when it starts from the convex and then go to the concave. And usually it's on the, one condyle and both condyles. It means that the condyle starts from some kind of distal position. So it goes to this more or less normal position and then goes to the concave mode. And special findings is the crosses. For example, click, there's a cross. Separation, and you measure the separation, because if it's like 1 millimeter, more or less it could be, but if it's more, so different in cursive, excursive, it means that muscles who are opening and muscles who are closing, they work differently. In that case, in the beginning, if you have difficulties to interpret the condyles, it's better to just write first, second, third, and that's it.
Why don't you prepare a very nice slide for us?
I was not preparing the lecture today.
Yeah, with those points and showing us exactly how those.
Because I was not planned to be doing lecture, because right now I'm just feeling the void.
I mean by tomorrow, if you can just.
No, I'll switch into interpreting. We'll do it in another time.
That would be perfect.
Yes.
This is important information that we need to digest.
Let's do it here. For example, guys, what you can tell me here about quantity?
One side is more than the other.
So, small, normal.
Yeah.
Normal. What you can tell me about quality?
Can you
I'll try this.
Yeah.
I would say it's average.
Yeah,
It's not good either, because you see there's some kind of trembling here.
Yeah.
What you can tell me about the characteristics, the shape of the curve?
So it is concave.
Concave.
Yeah.
So at least the starting point is okay. But in our cases, most of the shapes would be concave because we start from ICP. It's only when patient is missing teeth and when he's going to retruded position or when he has a forced bite. What you can tell me about the special findings? Do you see special findings here?
So what were the special
Cross
findings?
line.
Cross, you see the cross here?
Yeah.
This is a special finding. You see like kind of glitch here. It's a special finding. What about the separation between excursive and incursive? Let's see.
They are different.
Look, this is also the glitch. This is like a cross that didn't happen. And right now, I want Javier to explain something that amazed me yesterday. No, the day before yesterday. Javier, please. This is your thing, because that is something that nobody teaches anymore, and that is very important.
Velocity.
Velocity, please. Because
You're gonna let me work on it.
Javier have never seen this patient, but when he described the velocity, he exactly explained to me what is going on with this patient.
So this trajectory over here and over there are we call it XYZ, so it's trajectories, but the diagnostic is basically that circle over there. So that circle has 4 episodes. This is where the teeth are together, this is where the teeth are apart. So in velocity, we technically make a cross here, an imaginary cross, and we're gonna evaluate 4 momentums. The first momentum is what happened when the teeth are together, and we measure from here to here the circle, and that tells that that patient wants to go out of that bite that he's actually. And as far as the patient is open, the next event is going to be to have a maximum opening. And if you see the speed start getting reduced in here, you see how it's not wide enough. And in maximum opening can be 2 different pathologies. Can be that you have a joint derangement, that means that the disc can be out, and that's why the body knows that need to slow down the muscles. Or can be that it's a cervical issue. It's based in proprioception. So let's say that I want to run to this wall. As far as I start getting close, my antagonist muscles, it will slow my body, because know that I'm gonna hit it. But if I do the run through the door, it's not the door, my agonist muscle is gonna go, nothing is gonna stop me. So when you see changes in velocity, it's because the body knows that something is gonna be hit. So here we know that something is going on. So the patient can be that is moving the head back because it has a craniocervical issue or has a joint derangement. In this case, I know that he has cervical issues because he has these cross lines here. Did you zoom this window?
Of course.
So when we make analysis of traces, the first part is occlusal influence. And when we see this lower part is cervical influences, because the jaw doesn't move alone. When you move your head, your mouth, and you make a maximum opening, the head tilts a little bit. And as I show you, the glenoid fossa is also participating in the movement. So you open your jaw, and it's not only the condyle going out, the head tilts a little bit and change the inclination of the eminence. So this movement here and this cross line here is because the patient has neck problems.
And I will make a comment.